Here we are, everybody. Welcome to these next set of notes. Make sure you have paper and pencil out ready for this this lesson as we're moving on to a new unit. Okay? So first thing we do, as always, is we identify the name of these notes, right? And these notes are called sequences. Okay? Sequences, common difference, and ratio. So we're going to find common difference and common ratio in sequences, right? So the first thing we do is we're going to define the word sequence in math, right? So the word sequence in math means, right, a list of numbers or objects in a special order, right? So a list of number or objects in a special order. So we're going to learn about two types of sequences today. So the first type of sequence that we're going to learn about is called arithmetic sequence. Arithmetic sequence means is a sequence made by adding the same value each time, right? Adding the same value each time. It's a list that's made up of numbers that you add the same number every time, right? So let us take a look at our instructions on how to do this arithmetic sequence, right? So the instructions say, find the common difference of each arithmetic sequence, right? So we're going to find how much you add every single time to get to the next number, right? So on this one, we have 12, we have 17, we have 22, we have comma, dot, 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 dot. This list goes forever. So we want to know what number do we need to add next to get to the next number, right? Now, we're going to use this special kind of notation in math, okay? So instead of calling this the first number, second number, third number, right? You guys can't see that. First, second, third. Nah, we're not going to do that. Right, we're not going to use that. We're going to use a special kind of math, what do you call it? Math writing. So the way we're going to call this is we're going to use the letter A, and we're going to use the little 1 that goes right below to the bottom right of the A. This is called term. This is a term. And this is the first term. That means that this is the second term, and this is the third term, and it goes dot, 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 dot. It goes on forever, right? So that's what we're going to use for terms, right? A with a number on the bottom right-hand corner. So to find the common difference, kiddos, we do this. We're going to say D for difference, right? To find the common difference is you take the number before minus the number in front. So we're going to take a to the power of 3 minus a to the power of 2. Well, 2, duh. A to the power of 3 is 22 minus a to the power of, not a to the power of 2, a2, a3 is 22, a2 is 17, right? Third term minus second term. 22 minus 17 is equal to 5. Okay, I got 5 here. Now, I got to double check to make sure that that's correct. So I'm going to do another common difference, but this time I'm going to take the second term minus the first term. So the second term is 17 minus the first term is 12, and the answer here is 5. So the common difference between these numbers is 5. Common difference in these numbers is 5. That means that I have to add 5 every time. 12 plus 5 is 17. Good. 17 plus 5 is 22. 22 plus 5 is 27. 27 plus 5 is 32. And that's how you get to the next number, right? Is we're adding 5, positive 5. Perfect. Okay. So you add You subtract third term minus second term, and then you subtract second term minus first term. Look at that. So let's do the same thing on this other example here. Okay. So again, let me label our terms, right? This is our first term, comma. This is our, no comma, I don't get confused. This is our second term. This is our third term, dot, 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 dot. It goes on forever, right? So let's find our common difference. D is equal to third term minus second term. Looks like a 9. Third term is 0 minus second term is 8. Well, 0 minus 8, they're not the same signs. So I subtract 8 minus 0 is 8. 8 is bigger and 8 is a negative. I got negative 8 there. Look at that. Okay. Okay. Let's do the other common difference just to make sure that we're right. So this time I'm going to take the second term and I'm going to subtract the first term. So the second term here is 8. The first term is 16. Again, we have different signs, 8 and negative 16, which means I subtract 16 minus 8 is 8. 16 is a negative and 16 is bigger. Negative 8. There you go. Look at that. So our common difference is negative 8 on this example. Right? That means I have to add negative 8 every time. 16 plus negative 8 is 8. 8 plus negative 8 is 0. Right? 0 plus negative 8 is negative 8. Negative 8 plus negative 8 is negative 16. And it keeps going, right? The numbers are getting smaller because it's a negative, right? The numbers are getting smaller. And there you go. Look at that. That's how we find common difference, right? Common difference in an arithmetic sequence where we are finding what we are going to add. Okay, that's an arithmetic sequence. Next, we're going to talk about a geometric sequence. And in a geometric sequence is a sequence made by multiplying the same value each time. So in this case, you multiply to get to the next number. Instead of adding, you're going to multiply to get to the next number. Okay? So let us read the instructions, and it says, find the common ratio of each geometric sequence. So here we're talking about ratio. Ratio is what tells you what you're going to multiply next. In arithmetic sequence, it's the common difference, D. It tells you what you're going to add next, right? But for geometric, ratio is going to tell you what you're going to multiply next. So let's take a look here. So just like arithmetic, we're going to say first term, second term, third term. Okay? Now, for arithmetic, right? We were trying to find what we are going to add. We're going to find what we're going to add, right? How much are we adding from 12 to get to 17? How much are we adding to get from 17 to 22, right? So we went backwards. We subtracted to find the common difference. When I went from 22 to 17, I subtracted. When I went 17 from 12, I subtracted. So the opposite of adding is subtracting. Kiddos, what is the opposite of multiplying? Exactly, dividing. So we're going to say the common ratio here is the third term divided by the second term. So the third term is 208. The second term is negative 52. So I'm not sure what the heck that is, so I'm going to use my tools, right? 208 divided by negative 52 divided by negative 52 gives me negative 4. Okay, So I get negative 4 here. All right. Let me do the other ratio just to be sure. This time I'm going to do the second term divided by the first term. So the second term is negative 52. The first term is 13. So negative 52 divided by 13. Okay, so negative 52 divided by 13. Negative 4. Look at that. So I get negative 4 here as well. Right? So that means that my common ratio, right? Common ratio for this example is negative 4. That means that I'm multiplying by negative 4 every time to get to the next number. 13 times negative 4 is negative 52. Negative 52 times negative 4 is 208. 208 times negative 4 is 832, I think. Negative 832. But we multiply by negative 4 to get to the next number. Right? And that is our common ratio. Right? So let's do one more example here. So again, let us label our terms here. Right? Let us label our terms. So this is our first term. This is our second term. It looks like an 8, like a 9. And this is our third term. Just like that. Look at that. So again, we're going to find our ratio. Our ratio says we're going to take our third term and we're going to divide it by our second term. So 891 is our third term. 99 is our second term. And that gives us, I'm not sure what that is, so I'm going to go over here and I'm going to say 891 divided by 99. Look at that. That gives us 9. So 9 is our common ratio here, but let me double check. So I'm going to do the ratio is equal to the second term divided by the first term, which equals to 99. 99 divided by 11, that one I know. That's 9. Look at that. So that means that our common ratio for this example is 9. Okay, 9. On this one, I forgot to highlight, forgot to box negative 4, right? And there you go. Look at that. That's ratio. That's geometric sequence, right? Geometric sequence is the ratio, is where we divide. Arithmetic sequence is the difference, is when we subtract to get our difference. Geometric sequence, we divide to get our ratio. Okay? And there we go. Look at that. You guys are all set. These are our notes. Make sure you wrote everything down in order for you to be able to do this assignment, right? Thank you for being here. You guys got this. See you next time.